So as we move forward here, we'll continue to talk about bone health. So strength training increases the bone density. I've already mentioned that, reducing the risk of osteoporosis and fractures, which is critical, especially as women age. Increase your metabolism, like Wendy, you talked about being toned, you talked about being lean. So muscle is what burns calories, right? At rest. So compare, how much higher level than fat, which can then help weight management and fat loss. Improve body composition, that leanness that you were talking about. Building muscle can reduce your overall body fat percentage, giving you that leaner and more toned appearance. And guess what? There can be an enhanced cardiovascular health benefit. So regular strength training can and will improve heart health by reducing blood pressure, improving your cholesterol levels, enhancing overall cardiovascular function. And let's pause. The number one leading cause of death in women, Wendy, is
You just said it.
cardiovascular disease,
Yep.
right?
I was going to say heart health.
Yes. So you're going to get those other benefits you need. And then we talked about blood sugar. Everyone knows about it. They even call dementia type 3 diabetes. So you're going to want to get ahead and keep your blood sugar at a controlled level, and increasing that muscle mass and decreasing the loss will definitely improve your insulin sensitivity, and which can help prevent and manage type 2 diabetes.
Well, and I can tell you, as I've gotten older, Marty, the things, there was a certain way that I wanted to look. And I was younger. I'm like, okay, I've got 2 weeks to do this, that, or the other. And I could usually make it happen. I would train really hard. I would eat really well. I would do the things that I know I needed to do. Now, if I have 2 weeks, I'm like, oh my gosh, I may hit a fraction of what I used to, even if I do the same things, because it's just harder. It is harder for women to hit the goals and see the results, especially if they're used to doing it quickly when they were younger. Things slow down and it takes a long time to hit these goals. And so I think understanding this is the benefits, understanding how do you talk to your clients about it, and being very crystal clear of, listen, this is all about your journey. We will get you to these goals, but think about all of these other underlying things that you can't see. People don't know their heart health unless they're going in and getting that checked all the time. But when they can walk up a big hill and not get winded, that's a win. So those little wins are going to add up, and it's important to just make sure that you're knowing why you're doing this, and especially when they get to this phase, you can bring this up.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, when you give them an idea that they're going to increase muscle mass, but that doesn't mean bulk up, that even if it's 3 to 5 pounds, they've already maybe lost 10 or 15 pounds, depending on the person. I think, and when you can correlate it to their overall health and longevity, I think it becomes a much more understandable and realistic goal for them to say, you know what, I would like to put on a little bit of muscle mass.
All right. So Marty, I'm going to stop you there because I'm going to be the female that walks in and I'm going to say this, you're my trainer. And I'm going to say, Marty, I don't want to lift heavy because I want to get into my skinny jeans. And as soon as I start lifting heavy, my quads blow up and I can no longer get them over my quads.
Mm-hmm. Well, that'd be great. So Wendy, obviously you've trained in the past. So can you define lifting heavy to me?
Oh, well, if I lift anything over 15 pounds, I'm just going to be huge.
Gotcha. And is this a particular exercise that you've done before, or do you just have a weight that you
if I just do
use
a lot
as a
of
benchmark?
squats and lunges, I know that I'm going to bulk up, especially if I have weight in my hand.
Gotcha. Okay. Do you do cardiovascular work as well, or do you just do weight training?
Oh, I do. I ride the elliptical every day.
Okay. And what about your diet? How's your diet?
Oh, it's on point.
Okay. So here's the thing is what we can do is we can measure, your circumference measurements. We can look at all that. But the key point, Wendy, is for aging, we need to make sure you're strong. So if there's a particular exercise you want to avoid right now, I'm absolutely fine with that. But your lower body is essential in your overall training and your goals of what you talked about. And what we're trying to do here is by having your legs, which are your biggest muscles in your body, working, you're going to burn more calories. So that's going to help keep you leaner. But at the end of the day, we have to make sure you're strong. So when you say lifting heavy, the reason I ask that is we don't need to have you do anything 5 to 6 repetitions. We're looking at 8 to 12 repetitions, and we're going to back that up with supersets or with other things right afterwards to keep your heart rate up, things that we call like metabolic blasts. And that's going to help burn those extra calories so you can still be strong without being bulky.